Hello and welcome to Gearhead 704. I'm Matt and we don't have a how-to video today, guys. We're doing something a little different, exciting, and I am looking at a Foxbody right now. You can't see it, but there's a Foxbody right behind me. And yeah, why not? Let's go ahead, let me show it to you and see what we're getting into today. So there you go, guys. Another Foxbody here at Fox Resto. Matt, you got another one, huh? So, yeah? No, no, he didn't. Well, you guys, they probably believe us, Matt, because we're always buying these Foxbody. You are. Sure. I think he has a problem, guys. I don't have a problem. There is a guy here today that might have a problem, and that is his car. That's an 86, and we got here with us today, Justin. How's it going, Justin? Thanks for coming to the shop.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is your 86, which you brought it to the shop because you're gonna let Matt kind of go through it and everything.
I brought it here for these guys to look at because I'm going to restore it. And,
yeah.
Like I said, I know these guys have the best stuff and can help me out with what I need. And
there we go. Oh, Jen, you got to pay him right now.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I mean, obviously, I'm a big fan, and what I like about this, that the car you brought us today, is this was actually, from what you told me, this is your dad's car. So you've been around this car since 6 years old?
8 years old, yeah.
Oh, 8 years old, okay.
My dad bought it new in 86, so it's kind of got me started
brand new
into cars. And like I said, I always had Mustangs, but this was the first one. And then Dad passed about 3 years ago, and always wanted to redo this car. So now I'm at a point in life where I can redo it. So
that's awesome. Yeah. And very sorry to hear that. I understand that because I got my dad's truck. It wasn't a Mustang, but it's so cool that you actually rode in this Foxbody as a kid. And now you're kind of going to restore it. Are you going to go like full original? Have you decided yet? Is that still in the works?
Not 100% sure. Probably going to do maybe a little bit of a mix. Kind of put it, exterior back, pretty much original. Maybe black some of the chrome, and still put a push rod motor in it.
There you go.
Don't rebuild this one or do some type of stroker, but I'm going to leave, no cowl hoods, no wings or anything. Leave it pretty much factory, but maybe change it just a little
bit of a sleeper almost, resto mod, and that's cool. And guys, also I was talking to Justin, and this is not his only Foxbody. He has two more that we'll get to see at another time hopefully, but he's got a 91 and also you got a 93 Cobra, right, Justin?
Yep, teal 93 Cobra.
Yeah. And the 91's kind of cool because you met your wife in the 91.
When I was younger and going down the road cruising in that car, so
awesome.
That's another one I'll keep.
Did she ever drive behind you and like run into the back of the 91 and bend the frame? Because I mean, that may have happened to somebody I know, but it was, we won't talk about that. Sorry, babe, hope you're watching, Tiff. Anyway, Matt, you're gonna go through the car and everything, take a look at it, and you're not gonna be nice, so.
Be factual.
And Justin knows all about that, and that's why he's here. He wants to see, depending on what we find out, might be rolling with some parts on today, right, Justin?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead, get off the trailer, get it inside, let Matt look over it, find out everything wrong with this 86 GT. They might not make it out of the parking lot. Here they go. Want a race? Matt still thinks he won that race in Peaches. Oh, he got on it. It shot a bunch of black smoke. Oh, I can smell it.
Yeah,
it's not running right. My brakes are good.
Yeah.
Justin's car is inside, and the first thing I already got wrong is I called it a GT. Matt quickly let me know that it was in fact an LX and not a GT, so yeah, I got that wrong, but hey, give me a break. Anyway, Matt just drove it. Got to get his impressions of driving it. I know we kind of drove behind it. I did definitely smell, I guess it was old gas or something. So what are you thinking, Matt? Needs a 351 swap, and I'm kidding, we're joking.
Talk to him, find out what his plans are for.
Do you kind of know what direction you want to go with it? right now. I think he said a little bit of resto mod in the parking lot, but
yeah, resto mod. Like I said, don't know whether to rebuild it, heads, cam, intake, or put a stroker in it, but definitely some type of push rod motor.
Okay. You don't want to say stock, basically, on the engine.
Probably not 100% stock.
Okay.
You intend on fully taking the motor out before you're really driving it anyway?
Yes.
Okay. So at that point, we wouldn't look at anything really seriously on the motor, just because, when you go to do that, you're obviously going to go ahead and do, all the spark plugs, the wires, the cap rotor, all the rubbers like the hoses, the belts, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, so it sounds like for this, you're more concerned with basically exterior and interior type stuff, right?
Yeah, for now, but
yeah,
give it a good look over and see if it's going to need steering rack and just
gotcha.
suspension stuff.
So suspension, exterior, interior. Because drivetrain wise, you're going to swap most of that.
Yeah.
So the interior you want to stay pretty much stock.
Right. Yeah.
And the exterior, no heavy modifications, just some color changes.
Right.
Something like
trim,
that.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Brakes need help. So.
Oh yeah, did y'all find in the car?
Yeah, so I'm guessing this front reservoir, which I believe does the rear brakes, is going to be probably empty.
Oh, it looks pretty good.
They're both full, so that means your master cylinder is no good. Do a booster at the same time at the age of them. Mm-hmm. You can go to an upgrade if you can even find the 93 Cobra boosters anymore or something like that. Do you think you're staying with like stock brakes? Because here's the thing, 79 to 86 V8s use the same exact brake setup as the 4 cylinders from 79 to 86. Also uses the same brake setup as the 4 cylinders from 87 to 93. It's in 87, they changed the V8s, whether it was a GT or LX, they went to a bigger rotor.
So we're talking to Justin, and he is not quite sure what he's going to do with the engine drivetrain. He knows he's not going to go stock. So we're not really going to focus on that today. We're going to focus on all the other items. Matt's going to get it up in the air. We're going to look underneath. We're going to focus on suspension, exterior, and interior mainly for today. And Matt, go ahead and raise her up, and hopefully, can you get it high enough so it's above my head?
I don't know about
We haven't worked that out yet. It's the problem around here, guys.
We're just looking at bodies, so you want to pay attention to stuff like rust. It doesn't appear to have ever been in an accident or anything that was major, so
Oh, that's good.
I'm not seeing anything that's like that needs to be repaired from impact, so you're just going to be paying attention to the rust stuff. So again, this is where your battery is, and so this entire area, and including the frame, and that's why this is rusty right here and the paint's flaking off.
He's got a little bit of rust under there. A little bit of rust
in that frame.
Yep.
That's from the battery acid. So actually getting a little flaky inside the frame rail. Sandblast all that out as much as possible. You're gonna seal prime it. On the inside of the frame, you may want to use like a POR or just like an undercoating.
Oh, the Pour 15 type stuff?
Yeah, I actually don't like that. If it gets exposed to UV, it breaks down. It's good for us as long as it's always in the shade. But what I like better is just the good old undercoating. Basically what you're doing is you're wanting to seal out any oxygen from getting into the metal, because that's what creates oxidation, is oxygen. Yeah. After you remove as much of the rust you can, go ahead and prime it and then seal it up with that undercoat.
How's the core support?
Core support, yeah, it looks good. Doesn't look like it's ever been hit. Had a little bit of a something right here, but it's not even structural at all. That's just a little lip that can be folded back over. Going to be doing all new suspension. This is all original stuff. So a little bit of a bad tie rod right there. And then, we're talking body work. You got the typical floor pan rip right here. You can see it comes up here, comes up over here, and actually starts splitting back into here. If you let that go long enough, it will keep splitting, and actually this whole floor pan will start sagging down when you sit into it. This can be repaired without having to do the whole floor pan. I've done it before. What I'll usually do is I'll start at a spot, like say I'll pick one end, right? I'll blast or wire brush whatever rust I can get out of there. I'll start with a spot, I'll line up the floor pan about 1 inch or 2. And I'll throw a couple of tack welds. I won't worry about lining up anything else. I'm just gonna line up here. I'll throw a couple of tack welds, go ahead and I'll bend another 1 or 2 inches back into place. And I'll throw welds there, and then I'll bend another 1 or 2 inches. And I just do it like that, and it lines it back up. By the time it's like this, it's been out of shape, it's deformed.
Yeah.
So you can't just like push it into place and the whole thing line up. You gotta do it little by little. But if you just follow that, you can actually repair this without having to do a whole floor pan.
Okay.
And that can be stitched, and you can actually grind that smooth, and you can sandblast it and paint it, and you'll never tell it was repaired. You got typical little stuff like the pinch welds folded over. That's from somebody jacking to where it wasn't supposed to be. That is not too bad. That can be easily fixed. You'll literally just grab some maybe flat bill pliers, fold it over. Typical, your control arm bushing, your dry rotted, your coil spring insulators blown out. That's just typical type stuff.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
Yeah. But again, you're doing suspension, you're going to want to replace those whenever you do your new springs and stuff anyway.
Have you seen the car up on a lift before?
It's been a long time.
All right. Yeah, it's always kind of neat.
It's been a long time.
I'm still envious. Like, you're standing up full height, Matt's standing up full height, and then here I am full height, like bumping my head into the freaking.
You're an overachiever.
I mean, honestly, the skeleton of the car is in excellent condition.
It's sat, but it's never sat under trees.
Right.
It sat outside some, but it sat inside mostly.
And you said it's about 160-some thousand miles, you think?
Yep.
One owner, your dad. Did he leave it to you?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He told me, you know, years before he passed, he said, it's yours, do something with it. A little older in life, I can, you know, got the money to kind of work on it a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool. He said that, though. These right here help it go faster, I think. It's a modification. Can't get this anywhere.
It's all natural diffuser.
Yeah.
Those are the only issues that I found body-wise or structural-wise. Other than that, yeah, it's super clean.
It's a solid car, yeah.
Absolutely. So we'll put it down and start looking at individual panels and all that stuff.
Looking at the doors.
So what happens is you got the inner frame, which is this, and then you've got the door skin. And the door skin literally just wraps around onto the frame, and then they seam seal it in. What happens a lot when water starts getting in behind the seam sealer, it'll start rusting and pushing the seam sealer out. Luckily, this is not horrible. You do have some rust, but if you were to go ahead and clean out all that seam sealer, give it a good sandblast, a good sealed paint job, and then put new seam sealer in, then you can keep this door no problem. If it gets to the point to where that lip where it's folded over, that's getting flaky and coming away from the actual frame, just do a door. You can't get door skins for these anymore. Doors are really everywhere. Another good thing a lot of people don't know about doors, yes, power window and manual window doors are exactly the same. It's just the internals. You got a little bit of rust kicking right here, right there.
Yeah.
So definitely when they take the doors off, you're gonna want to inspect that A-pillar really good.
You're talking about right there, a little bit of rust.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, and obviously when you pull the fender off and the door, then you can really get in there and see what's going on. We'll go check the other door real quick. A lot on the bottom, so you may have some A-pillar issues in there. And if we take that kick panel off, if you've got water running down on top of your computer, you've got the same problem that he had on that car. And that is something, unfortunately, no matter how well it's been maintained, if an animal's got up in there and built a nest or just debris got in there, it holds moisture, and plus with that organic material breaking down, it'll turn a little acidy and it eats the paint and just attacks the metal.
Yeah, you don't want that.
But you know how to fix it.
Yeah, see? I fixed it right there, guys. Almost. We're almost there.
Obviously, you got some rust on your fenders from the paint being worn off. They haven't been in an accident. They're still straight, even with a couple of dings. Not bad at all. Sandblasting, prime paint, maybe a couple skim coats if there's a couple of dings. If you know somebody that's good with the metal work, you know, with the hail dent. Your hood looks pretty good, unless it's down there.
Other than the hail dings.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that. It was in a hailstorm at one point, so that's why he's got a few dents and dings. You guys might have seen them outside.
Checking your frame rails. Your frame rail looks good there. Once you get these off, once you get the fenders off, that's when you're going to be able to see like the true cowl situation. Right. You know, as far as the rot.
We know all about that.
I'm gonna pop this kick panel out and look at your computer. I actually don't see any water intrusion in here.
Oh, that's good.
So,
really good.
But you have a lot of rust. A lot of rust. It's not through, but I can guarantee you've got it between those two A-pillar pieces.
So yeah, they can see in there now. Take a look at that, guys.
Yeah.
So he might have to do some A-pillars and a cowl like I had to do.
If you want 100% get rid of the rust and be able to feel comfortable, you know, driving this thing for 20, 30 years in the rain and stuff, that's what you would have to do.
It's going to come apart to get painted. So.
Yeah, you'll know when that fender comes off. I still remember that day when my fender came off. I should have never taken the fender off, man.
No.
And Justin was mentioning he's thinking about replacing this metal with basically some body color trim.
You guys make these have these in the black or charcoal with the dew wipes on them?
Yeah, we have them in black. Okay. Yeah, and they actually come as a weather stripping kit, because obviously like your run channel here, that's split. This is no good. You need all your weather stripping. We have a master kit that's going to do pretty much everything. The trunk weather strip, the two doors here, the two run channels, the outer wipes, the inner wipes. That's going to be all your weather stripping on the car. And then obviously, you know, you're going to need a whole fuel tank. You're going to need the sending unit. You're going to need the fuel pump hanger, the purge valve, all the gaskets, all that stuff.
You get all that, Justin?
You got it. Obviously, when you get to the point where you're done with the paint, and we have all the emblems, the Ford ovals, the Mustang, the LX. We got all that stuff.
Yeah, his Mustang emblem's missing over here, but
yeah, we got
tail lights.
We got new tail lights. We got new tail light housings. We got all the body side moldings. Eventually, we will have the rear bumper cover, but for right now, for the sag and everything and this swelling here and this. I mean, unfortunately, this bumper cover is really not salvageable.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just checking out the trunk. Looking pretty good under here, rust free.
On the mat pockets, you'll notice you got a mat pocket sagging here and it's kind of coming apart. We can do a couple of things. We can get you a new mat pocket and you can put it on. If you don't like the mat pocket, which a lot of people don't, then what we can do is we can just get you a new carpet that doesn't have the holes in it, so we can pull the mat pocket off, put a new carpet on there, and it will look just like that one. And you don't have to buy a whole new door panel, because this door panel is actually in really nice shape.
Do you have full door panels?
We do have full door panels, yes.
They look pretty accurate too.
Yes, yeah, they are. They're a bit pricey. I want to say they're $550, $600 for the pair of door panels on these cars. That's why I usually tell people, if you're happy with this and there's no holes in the vinyl, we can get everything else to replace that. So that's one of those things that's, you know, you just decide which way you want to go. If you want to go 100% new, then yes, we can get you a whole new door panel where you don't have to do anything but put the door panel on. Then of course you got, you know, your sill plates are busted out. That, you know, we sell replacements on that. So you need a dash pad, rear view mirror, headliner, obviously that's sagging, seatbelt sleeves, carpet, your map light's discolored a bit. We're striker bushing here.
So Matt just finished up going through critiquing the car. Matt, what's kind of your thoughts on the car here, knowing it's the age and obviously all that kind of stuff?
Being that basically it's unmolested and has been, you know, very well taken care of, you know, it's like one of those things that looks a little rough, but when you're actually looking at what the car is and what it has, it's in absolutely incredible shape for its year. Yeah, especially we were just talking about it off camera, but it's rare to find a 4i Coupe, much less a V8 4i Coupe, right? Yeah, well, there was a ton of 4i 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder coupes. So there was V6s and even straight 6s in the early 80s on the Mustangs. But yeah, true V8, 85, 86, and I think even a year earlier on down, there was very few of them made. It's a rare car. I think it's in great shape for what it is. For, you know, it's been through a hailstorm. It's obviously sat in the sun for a while. The paint is pretty well baked off of it. But yeah, I mean, it's a great skeleton and it's got a great frame. And the only thing I'm worried about is that passenger. Yep. That's the I'm worried about it for you too, Justin, because let me tell you, that's I'm still not done with mine, but you'll probably go a little quicker. Just explaining Justin how his video stuff slows down, you know. So
we'll keep you updated on that.
That'd be great. Yeah, we'd love to have an update on this car. How are you feeling now that Matt's kind of gone through it and everything?
Really good. That's kind of what I was hoping. I knew there'd be some rust, maybe a little bit of hidden stuff, but figured it'd be an okay car. But hearing it from him makes me feel really good about it. So
you get the what are we calling you again? I don't know.
I don't know. What do you call me?
Yeah. we'll just go with Matt now. But anyway, you get Matt's approval on it here on the channel. That usually feels pretty good.
Yeah, you got great bones, man. Cool. This would be a great car no matter what you want to do to it. Whether you're going to put back 100% stock, slightly modify it, or crazily modify it. It's a great car.
Yeah, I think just slightly modify it. So I guess I need to get some parts from you now.
All right, well, we can help you.
Okay. Justin wasn't kidding today. He's already got all kinds of stuff here. What'd you load him up with, Matt?
Weather stripping kits, body side molding kits, headlight kits.
There's more there.
Yeah, and over there.
And there's more there.
Emblem kit.
And blueberries.
Lock kits.
You got some blueberries, Justin. Look at that.
Lily likes blueberries.
You got emblems too. I didn't realize. Okay.
If they're not looking, I'll take the dog.
You got Lily here. I think they're attached. So he's getting a good haul here, guys. So and got you the max discount. You can use promo code Gearhead704 for most of the stuff, not the master kits. But that's because they get a better discount. So she's gonna look good, Justin. She's gonna look good.
I'm excited to see.
Yeah, he's got to show us the progress.
I know.
Yep, it's gonna be a little while, but yeah, I'll keep you guys updated for sure.
Yeah.
They know. Look at the projects behind us. They know it takes a while.
Same stuff will be going on that one.
Yeah, there you go. Park them side by side. A couple of 4i Coupes. You don't see that very much, do you?
No, that's true.
Justin has got her all loaded up, ready to head home. Got all the parts in the car, and we're really glad you came out here today, Justin. It was a lot of fun.
Yep, absolutely had a good time.
I know you're about to get it painted. You're gonna do paint first, right? I don't know if I mentioned that on the video, but
paint, and I'm sure interior probably right after that. Then figure out motor and engine stuff like that.
Yeah, then the 500,000 horsepower NOS and all that stuff. Well, there you go, guys. You don't see many of those 4i Coupes. LX50 cars. It's pretty unique, and what I really liked about it is that was his dad's car. He's got memories of riding in that car as a kid, and now his dad has unfortunately passed away. He's got an opportunity to go ahead and put the car all back together just the way kind of he wants it. And he did mention to me as well, his dad said, you know, do what you want with it. His dad left him the car. And that's really kind of cool. He's always gonna have that connection and those memories. Yeah, that's kind of it for this one. Wanted to share that one with you guys, a little unique car. It's always great to see a 4i Coupe. So big thanks to Justin for coming out. And that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. That helps me out a lot. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe because I always have a lot of Foxbody content here on the channel. And we'll see you here next time with Gearhead 704. Justin's car is inside and we're about to go everything. We're about to go everything. We're about to go everything on this thing. That doesn't work either. Man, all right, let's try this again. Jen's laughing at me in the other room. Matt, quickly. What? Quit. Matt quit. Matt quit. He's done. He won't work with me anymore because I'm too tongue-tied to say the freaking word. All right, let's see.
It's not gonna hurt the paint.
This might have to be censored. We'll put in bloopers, Matt. Hey, look at that.
You gotta know what you're doing, man.
Like a champ. Gotta know what you're doing. What channel are you on? You know we don't know that around here. I'm not gonna try it. I'm not gonna try it.
Suck the gut in.
2-minute Doritos and Coke here.
That's beer.
Yeah, well, we're not supposed to say that, but yeah, he's right.
Okay.
He's right.
Yeah, and Doritos and Coke.
Yeah, wink.